there. Now, Britain is celebrating its second successive win in cycling's most prestigious event, the Tour de France. Chris Froome's victory has lifted spirits as far away as Africa. He was born in Kenya. He qualified for British nationality through his father. Well, on Sunday, some of the former teammates gathered together in Nairobi to watch him storm through the streets of Paris to take the title. As a teenager, Chris rode with a group called the Safari Simbas, cutting his teeth on the high-altitude hills around the Kenyan capital, Nairobi. Well, one of his former teammates says he hopes Chris Froome's victory will bring some attention to Kenyan riders.
It's going to change lots of things, for sure. Not only in Kenya, but all of Africa. The best thing is that there will be a lot of attention also for our young riders here, and that gives us a chance to prove more and more of what we've already been believing in.
But he was at St. John's College. That's where he was at school in Johannesburg. Let's now, therefore, go live to Alan Lyon-Cachette, who is head of sport and was a teacher when Chris was there. What do you remember of him?
Well, Chris was a lovely gentleman. He was an outstanding scholar at the school, participating in all the sporting events. Not one of the top sportsmen, but just total involvement, a smile on his face, and always positive.
What do you remember about him and bicycles?
Well, me being involved in the sport, Chris came to me and asked if we could start a cycling club as part of our cultural activities, which we hosted every Tuesday and a Thursday afternoon. We don't offer it as a school sport, so he, with his love in cycling, he came and asked if we could set it up, which we did, and he then managed that and ran that, and then I think that's where it all started.
What about his physique and his determination? What did you see in him as a student about which prepared him for something as grueling and as testing as the Tour de France?
Well, he wasn't one of the biggest boys around, so he didn't play in the first team rugby and that sort of thing. But he was obviously always positive, always involved in every sport, and I think that's what's made him humble and drive for dedication and commitment.
But what it requires, though, is absolute determination. It's a very lonely job being a cyclist and training day after day for long hours, getting fit. Did you see that level of determination in him?
Yeah, I think it was difficult at that age because you don't comprehend that you could actually go on to that sort of level. But obviously that must have been an intrinsic characteristic of his, which has now come to the fore. And he's always participating in all events. So his positiveness and his approach was right from the start.
All right, Alan Lyon-Cachette, thank you very much indeed for joining us from the school in Johannesburg.
My pleasure.